So we have different type of clauses. Our first clause is select clause. What we use select for? What's the use of select? Our first clause is select clause. What's the use of select? What we use select for?
To print the data.
Good, very good. To print the data, query tables and data, to query data, to retrieve the data. So select is used to fetch out the data, right? It is used to extract the data. Am I correct? Correct, everyone. Select is used to retrieve your data. If we want to retrieve everything, how will I do that? I'll write select and asterisk, right? To retrieve everything, I will be putting a star sign, asterisk, right? From which table? My table name, whatever I want to put. So let's say that this table I am using, it's my worker table, which I'm using, right? Is this clear with everyone? Is select clear with everyone how to retrieve whole data? If I only want to retrieve first name and last name, how will I do that? If I only want to retrieve first name and last name, how will I do that? I will only put those columns that I needed. So I only want first name, I'll put that. I only want last name, so I'll put that. If I'll just click over there, if I'll execute, only these two datas we can see in our table. These two columns only we can see. Is this clear? Is this clear with everyone? You will only put those columns that you want to retrieve. Is this clear? Can I have a yes? Okay, great. Any issue to anyone till here? Great. Then we have from. What's the use of from? What we write in our from clause? What we write in our from clause? Table name, correct. Yes. So here you can see that we are writing our table name. So in from clause, every time you will be writing down your table name. Is this clear? Okay. Then we have where. What's the use of where? Where is used to filter data. Okay. Let's say that I'm giving a scenario. I want to have those workers whose salary is greater than 50,000. How will you do that? I say I want everything from which table? From my worker table. What's my condition? Where salary should be greater than 50,000. So all the condition that you are going to write will be in where clause only. Is this clear? Now here you can see that all your salaries are greater than 50,000. Is this clear? Okay. So let me give you one more example then. I want to have those workers who belong to HR department. How will I do that? Write down in the chat box. I want to have those workers who belong to HR department. Very good, Vishal. Yes, Souvik. Correct. Good. Very good. Good, Sumit. Good, everyone. How will I do that? I want everything. From which table? From my worker table. What's my condition? Where department equals to HR. How many of you think that this is correct? How many of you think that this is correct? No. Why no? This is a string, right? This is a string. Am I correct? So your string will always be inverted commas. What are the things that will be in inverted commas? What are the things that will be in inverted commas? Your string, your date, and time as well, guys. Time also. will be in inverted commas. Is this clear? Why worker and department are not in inverted commas here? Why worker and department are not in inverted commas? Why worker and this department is not in inverted commas? Why haven't I mentioned an inverted comma with them? These are column and table names. We are just talking about the data here. Okay? We are talking about the data here. The data that is inside your rows. Is this clear with everyone? What am I talking about? Very good. Okay, so let me give you more questions then. I want to have those workers, listen carefully. I want to have those workers who have joined after March. Did you get my question, everyone? I want to have those workers who have joined after March. Try it out, everyone. I want answers from everyone. It will not matter whether it's wrong or right. Very good, Aloysius. Very good. Okay. Aloysius, one mistake is there. I'll show you what your mistakes are. Good, Vishal. Good, Ria. So anyone else is also trying? Okay. Can anyone tell me what's wrong in this syntax? What's wrong in this syntax here? Can anyone tell me that? No one is speaking anything. What do you guys think what's wrong here in this syntax? Joining date format. What's wrong, Vishal, here? Month? Month is a function, Ria. Month is a function which is used to extract months. Yeah. Okay, we cannot write March directly. Why so? Why, Umesh, we can't write down March directly? Why? What we have to use to write down our March directly then?
Cause in this joining date, it is not selected as March anything, right? That if we select the month and joining date, then it will fetch 0302 like that only.
Correct, correct. He's correct about that. So when you extract month, if I'll just extract months here to show you what he's talking about from worker. So here you can see that month will be in numerical format. It will be 2, 6 like that. Okay. Did you get that? That's why we can't put March. You have to write down 3 here. Clear with you?
Yes, Pragya, I got it now. Thank you.
And how can I write down March then? What thing I have to use to write down March? What do you think? All these are greater than March only if you will see. How can I write down March? Date name.
Date
Very
name.
good. Yes. Date name. We have talked about a function called date name as well, no? So either you will be using date name like this, or here you will put March. But strings can't be compared. That's what the thing is. Here I'll write date name. Let me try whether strings will get compared or not. It will not get compared. Yes, it will not get compared. Oh, I have put inverted comma here. Yeah, so what is happening here is why we are getting different answers. Let me show you that also. Date name, March, month of joining date from my table, this. So if we are comparing here, what it is doing, here you can see that different people are from April also, different people are from June also, right? But what here it is doing, it is compared in a string way. How strings are compared? Strings are compared in alphabets, right? A is smaller than B, like that. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about? A is smaller than B, like that. So if we have April and we have March, you guys know that April comes after March. But if we are comparing, then April will be smaller than March because it starts with a A. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about? That's why it was giving you different result. Though numbers will always be like that only. After March, April will be there, which will be signified as 4. Did you get it? Is this clear with everyone? What am I talking about? So if I'll show you here you can see that you're only getting September. Because after March, if you're considering in alphabetical format, then only September must be there. That's why you're getting September. Clear? So this thing will not work. It's wrong. You have to have only numbers. Clear? Okay. Can I have a yes or no from your side if you have any confusion? Okay. I want to have listen carefully. I want to have those workers who belong to HR department as well as joined after March. Did you get my question, everyone? Is my question clear with everyone now? Try it out. Very good, Souvik. Very good, Vishal. Good, Umesh. Aloysius. Vishal again. Good, Ria. So you all are aware of this and concept. I want to have everything where it belongs to March and department because I want to fulfill both the condition. That's why. And department equals to HR. We have discussed about that in our DML class, right? This and or, correct? If I'm not wrong. Okay. Good, Samrat. So everyone is clear about where clause now, right? Good, good. Now we will move towards group by. What do you mean by group by in English? What do you think what group by will do according to you? Like what you guys think what group by will do according to you by the name itself?
Group similar data together.
Very good. Yes. It will group similar data together. Very good. For example, if I'll give you an example, I want to have department-wise total salary. How will I do that? Can't I write down like this? I want department How can I have total salary? By using sum, right? Sum of salary from my table worker. How many of you think that this is correct? How many of you think that this is correct? Write down yes or no in the chat box. Whatever you guys think. No, no. Everyone is saying no. Okay. What's wrong here? Aggregate function is there. We can't write down aggregate function in our select clause. What's wrong in this syntax? Okay. Yes. So group by used to group same data together. So here what we are doing, we are taking all the HR data together and giving the total here, right? Similarly, we are taking admins all data and grouping here. Similarly, account whole data and giving the total here, right? So we are creating groups according to department. So group by will be compulsory over there. I'll make easy for you what I mean by that. So group by department will come, otherwise you will get an error. Let me make it easy for you. So what are the things that you have to keep in mind? So whenever in your select clause, if you use aggregate and non-aggregate column together, do you understand what aggregate columns are? Do you guys understand what aggregate columns are? What are aggregate columns? That has all these functions that you're talking about. That has sum, max, min, count, average. Any column that will use any of these functions will be considered as an aggregate column. Is this clear? So whenever in select clause you have an aggregate column, which is this one, and a non-aggregate column, then group by is compulsory for you. You have to use group by. And what you have to mention in group by? All non-aggregate columns. Is this clear with everyone? In this example also, here you can see that this is your aggregate column. With that, I am using a non-aggregate column. So group by will be compulsory, and in group by you will add all non-aggregate column. If you will use without group by, then you will get an error. Here you can see that. Is this clear? Okay, by mistake, if I add worker ID also, will this syntax work? Will this syntax work if I'll use worker ID here? I got one no, two no's. No idea. We have just talked about that. What do you guys think? All non-aggregate column. Worker ID is my aggregate or on my non-aggregate column? Here. It's a non-aggregate, right? No aggregate function is there. So we have to mention that in my group by, otherwise you will get error. That worker ID is invalid in select clause because it does not contain either an aggregate function or a group by clause. Is this clear? So you have to mention your all non-aggregate column. So only use those columns in select clause which are mostly needed. Is this clear? Did you get this? Did you get what am I telling you before? Okay, very good.
Pragna, if the worker ID kind of thing, if it is doesn't mean anything, even though we need to use that column in the group by class.
Can you please pardon again? Not able to understand you.
Suppose worker ID is meaning nothing by mistakenly or something like that, we have mentioned in the select class.
Yes,
But
yes. Then you have to mention in group by, and your
right,
solution will get changed. So only mention those columns that you needed. Okay? Did you get
thank you.
that? That's what your question was, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here you can see that I have added worker ID. I have added here also. And your full solution get changed because with the help of two columns, now you are grouping the things, right? Okay, so let me give you some questions so that you guys can understand it much better. So this is my worker table. Everyone is aware of this worker table now, right? Worker ID, first name, last name is there. Worker salary, when they have joined, and their department is there, right? So what you have to do, I want to have number of workers working in each department. Is my question clear with everyone? Number of workers working in each department. Try it out. I'm giving you 2 minutes for this. I'll be right back. Okay. Very good, everyone. Souvik, Samrat, Ria. Ria, think about the same way that I have told you. Let me explain you again what mistake that you did. Good Aloysius, good Vishal, good everyone. What we have to do, we have to select. What we want to count, we want to count our workers. Either you can use star also because we don't have any like null values, or you can use your column also. Count of worker ID working in each department. So we need to have a department column also, right? Correct? Because I want to have department wise count. Na? From which table? From my worker table. Now, this column is my aggregate column. This column is my non-aggregate column. So we have to mention group by, and in group by you will put your department column because that is your non-aggregate column. Is this clear with everyone? Are you able to get that? Very good. Don't think anything. The thing that I have just told you, just focus over there. You will be able to do every question after this. Okay. So let me give you one more. Listen carefully. I want to have workers, number of workers joining in each month. Is my question clear with everyone? I want to have those workers, like I want to have count of workers joined every month. Did you get that? Like how many workers have joined in January, how many of them joined in March, like that. Is my question clear? Okay, I'm waiting for your answers, everyone. Okay, I want to have according to months. So you need to extract months, right? Think in that way. Good Vishal, good Riya. But still think a little bit more. Okay, I want more answers. Very good, everyone. So can I extract month? How will I be able to extract month? Either we can use date name because I want to have in words format here. That's why I have used date name. If you have used date part, then also you guys are correct. Even if you have used month, then also you guys are correct. Okay. Joining date. And I want to have count. So I'll be using count. From which table? From my worker table. Which one is my aggregate column here? Which one is my aggregate column? Count star is my aggregate column, correct? And this is my non-aggregate column. We are not using any sum, max, min, count, average, right? So this is my non-aggregate column. I will put that in my group by. Is this clear with everyone now? Here you can see that you got month-wise count of workers. Clear? Clear with everyone? Great. Now your next question is, okay, let me give you one question. I want to have department-wise total salary. Listen carefully. I want to have department-wise total salary of those workers whose salary is greater than 50,000. Did you get my question, everyone? I only want to have total salary of those workers whose salary is greater than 50,000 department wise. Is this clear? Try to break it down into multiple steps and then do it. Whatever you guys think, I just want the answer. It should not be necessarily correct, but I want to see what you guys are thinking. Very good, Vishal. I want more answers. Good, Souvik. Good, Sumit. Good, Souvik. Good, Ria. Very good, everyone. What's my question is, I want to have worker. I want to have what? Department and total salary. How will I take total salary? By using sum. Am I right, everyone? Till here, do you have any issue? From our table, worker. What my condition is that their salary should also be greater than 50,000, right? So we will add that in our where clause. Here it is a non-aggregate column. With that, we are using an aggregate column. So we have to use group by, and in group by, you will mention all your non-aggregate columns. Is this clear with everyone? So you get department-wise total salary now. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay. Now let me extend this question only a little bit more. You can see I got department, I got total salary, right? So I only want to have those department whose total salary is greater than 850K. Is my question clear? I'm just expanding this question only. Only want to have those department whose total is greater than 850K. How will you have total? By using sum. And sum of salary greater than 850K. How many of you think that this is correct? Correct, Samrat? How many of you think that this is correct? How many of you think that this is correct? We are putting a filter and we have put our filter in our where clause. No, I got two no's. Whatever you guys think, just write down in the chat box. How many of you think that this is correct? We are just putting a filter in our where clause, right? I'm not getting any answer. You might be thinking something. If you think yes, write down yes. If you think no, write down no. So the answer is no, it will not work. Why so? Why? In where clause you used to filter your data, na? We are filtering our data only. But in where clause you used to filter the data with the help of non-aggregate columns only. You can use some filter on where. No, you can't. Yes, correct, Sumit. In where clause, you can filter your data, but with the help of non-aggregate columns. So what we have to use? We have to use having. Having is also used to filter your data, but with aggregate columns only. Is this clear? Is this clear with everyone? I'll write having here. Okay. So the same question that I want to give you is, you need to find out department-wise count of employee whose salary is greater than 50K, and I want only those department whose count is greater than 3. Is my question clear with everyone? Here it is. I want to have department-wise count of employee. I only want to count those employees whose salary is greater than 50,000, and I only want to have those department whose count is greater than 3. That's what you guys have to do. Try it out in the chat box, everyone. Good, good, Vishal. Very good. Okay. So I can see some answers. Good, Vishal, your answer is correct. But here you can see that in a select clause you are taking count of worker ID, na? So in having also you will take count of worker ID. And having is always used after group by like this. Okay? You can't change order of writing a query. Okay? Then we have Samrat. Correct, Samrat. Good, very good. Good, Sumit. Sumit, you also did the same mistake. You have taken sum of salary. Why? I told you to find out count, right? In select clause, you will write down count. You want to find out count only, na? Other things are correct. Okay, Ria, you also. Like you have written count of worker ID. Either use count star in both the places or use count worker ID in both the places. Other things are correct. Yes, Souvik, your answer is correct. Good. It works? No, it will not work. How it will work? Let me show you. Here you can see that how it will work. Okay. I'll tell you about order of execution as well. Yeah, I will tell you that. So what we want to have count of worker ID. If you're taking count of worker ID here, write down worker ID only here, right? And group by will be used before having. That is what order of writing a query is. I'll tell you about order by. After that, I'll teach you about order of execution and order of writing a query. Okay? Okay, so you're using MySQL. Okay. So let's move forward, everyone. Can I move forward now? Okay. Any confusion to anyone anywhere?
So, Pragna, can you explain me this question how it works? Because we use the where clause, right? Where clause salary greater than 50,000. So
Yeah.
the order of execution, how the SQL will execute this where clause in
Okay.
the
Yes, yes. Let me teach you about order by. After that, I will move towards order of execution only. Okay? Yeah. Because once I will explain you about order by, after that only I will tell you how these clauses all together will run. Did you get that? The person who was asking me? Okay, great. What is order by? What is order by? What you guys think what order by will do? It is used to sort your data, correct, in ascending or descending order. Okay. So let's say that you want to order them. I write order by. You want to order them on the basis of their count. You will write down here on the basis of their count. If you want to have ascending, you will put ascending. Is this clear? Now if I will run it, here you can see that these are in ascending order only. Is this clear with you, everyone? These are in ascending order only, right? Can you see that? Are you able to see that? If you will not put it, by default, it will be ascending only. Still, you will get 5 and 6. By default, it's ascending if you will not put any ASC here. But for descending, you have to put descending, okay? You have to write DESC for descending. So if I'll show you, here you can see that these are in descending order now. 6 before, then 5. Is this clear with everyone now? Okay, great. So
Uh,
let me,
Prag-
yeah.
I had a doubt here. Like
Mhm.
in order by, is there a strict rule where we have to use only aggregate columns or non-aggregate columns
No,
here?
no, you can use any column.
Okay.
If you will write department, you can write department also. Department. So if we are using descending, which one will come before? What do you think? If we are taking descending of department.
Admin. Sorry, account.
Which one will come before? We are taking descending, right? D comes after or C comes after?
D comes after.
So descending D is greater than C, right? So this will be same only. Let me
Okay.
show you. Here you can see that. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about?
Okay, yes, got it.
Okay. So let's talk about order of writing as well as order of execution. So order of writing, how you write down your query. First, you will write down your select clause, correct? Then you will write down your where clause. That's what we are writing over here, right? Then group by, then having, and then order by. Till here, do you have any issue in order of writing a query? I'm talking about writing a query, not executing. Are all these things clear with everyone? Okay. Now we will talk about order of execution. Why order of execution is important? Let's talk about that first. I'm taking this query for that. You know what alias is? Do you guys know what alias is? What is alias? Alias is like giving this column a name, temporary name, correct? How can I give that? I can write beside it. Let's say I'm writing counts here. Okay. So I will get this column name as counts. Can you see that? Can you see this, everyone? Okay. So can I use this alias in my order by? I have given this column a name now. Can I use this in order by? Can I use this in order by? Why we can't? We can. Okay, it will work. It's working. We can use that. And it's ordering also on the basis of your count in ascending order, right? But if we can use it in order by, can we use it in having also? I'm sorry. I'll write counts here. Can we use it in having also? What do you guys think? It's working in order by. Can we put it in having? Why no? What do you guys think? Why no? Why no? Whatever you think, try to answer me, na?
In having, we have to put the aggregate functions, right? It's a
Okay,
name.
okay. So if I'll replace it and we'll put in where, will that work? And like this. Will that work now? Now it's a non-aggregate, na, according to you. Will that work now? In both the cases, it will not work. In this case also, and in your previous case also, it will not work. In this case also, it will not work. Why is it happening that we have given the alias here? We can put this alias in our order by, but we can't put in our having, or we can't put it in our where clause also. Why is it happening in that way? Let's talk about that now. So there is something called order of execution. We all know how to write down the query, but our query will not execute in the same way. You understand what execute means? Do you guys understand what execute means? Like your query will not run in the same way, okay? First, your table will get selected. So your from clause will run first. Then your filter will be done. Then grouping will be done. Then according to aggregate, your filtering will be done. And after that, your select will run. And after select, your group by will run. Order by will run. Is this clear with you? Are you guys able to get that? This is your order of execution. Your query will execute in this order only. So here you can see that select is running after having as well as after where, right? Select is running after having. We are giving alias in our select clause, right? We are giving alias in our select clause. Am I right? You're giving alias in your select clause only, na? Correct? If we have given alias in our select clause, how having and where will know? They are running before select. They are not running after. Am I right? Just consider it as a class only. If I am teaching order of execution to you now, will those people know who will exit before? Like many people might have exited the class before. Will they ever know that I have taught them order of execution? No, right? Similarly, over here also, these people are exiting before and group by is running, select is running after having. Did you get that? And after select, order by is running. So order by knows what you have taught. Is this clear with you? Is this clear with everyone now? Do let me know if you have any confusion. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about? If you have given alias in your from clause, with whom clause we can use that? If we have given alias in our from clause, with which clauses we can use that? I have given the example already, right? This is your example only, Ria. We have given alias in our counts. We can use it in order by, because order by is running after select. So order by know what you have taught, right? But having was running before. So having don't know what count is for. Is this clear with you now? This was the example only. Yeah, I was talking about something. If we have given alias in our from clause, will other clauses accept that or not? Accept that or not? Tell me, everyone. Okay, I got 2 yeses. What other people think? Yes, it will. Yes, yes. Everyone is correct. So is order of execution clear with everyone? Do you have any confusion with that now? Do you have any confusion with that now? No. Okay, very good. Then let's talk about our last clause, which is top. So what top will do, top will give you top rows, like starting rows. What I mean by that, for example, this is your table. This is your table worker. You guys are able to see that, right? So sometimes what happen, right now we only have data of 15 rows, correct? But in your workplace, your data can be of 1,000 rows, 10,000 million of rows as well, right? It can be possible. Am I correct? Your data can be huge as well, right? It can be of million of rows as well. So if you will put star from worker table, then this query will take a lot of time to execute, right? It will take a lot of time to execute. Don't you think the same? It will take a lot of time to execute. So what we do, I want to see only the data of my table, how my data will look like. So I can only select top 10 or top 50 rows according to my choice also, right? So this will give you starting 10 rows. If you want top 2, you can write down top 2 here. If you want top 3, you can write down top 3. It will give you starting 10, 15 or whatever rows you have written. Is this clear with everyone? Can I?
Pragya,
Yes,
then what is the difference between a top 10 and limit 10?
both are same. Top will be used in Microsoft SQL Server, limit will use in my.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, both are same. Okay, let me give you one question. You guys have to find out uh, top 2 workers with highest salary. Is my question clear with everyone? What you guys have to do? Top 2 workers with highest salary. I'm waiting for your answers, everyone. Last question for today. Correct, Sumit, correct. Okay, so no one is able to do this? Let me tell you. How can we have salary in descending order? Correct, Ria. How we can have salary in descending order? By using order by, correct? Order by salary descending. Right, everyone? So it will give you salary in descending order. Can you see that? Now I only want top two rows. How can I do that? I will write top two here. Or you can use limit two also if you guys are using that. Is this clear with everyone now? Okay. That's all for today then. How many of you are able to understand everything?